Hey guys, my name is Kendra, and I'm here today to talk about productivity tips for entrepreneurs. So, if you have just started your business, if you're in the first 1 to 3 years and you're looking for ways to increase your output, so in order for you to work smarter without working harder, well, I have a few softwares and apps I use as well as strategies. So let's get started, okay? Because we don't have time to waste. As entrepreneurs, as solopreneurs, you want to get everything done immediately. So, I really love to read and soak in more information and to learn more about different topics. So I found that Blinkist is really good for knowing the topics or the central concepts of a book. And it gives it to you in about 15 to 20 minutes. And it's enough for you to get an idea of whether you want to continue reading that book. So whether you want to go over to another service or stay on Blinkist, but it's just a really good way to get a really good concept of the book. And that saves me a lot of time as opposed to reading, a book or listening to a book that is, 10 hours long. I can do it in 15 minutes. Okay. Another time hack would be 1Password. So I've really stopped trying to remember passwords. Like, why am I doing that? Like, who has time? Right. So instead of trying to remember passwords, what I've gone ahead and done is just used 1Password. So what that does is that helps me just know one password, you know, and then from that 1Password, I can then reach the rest of the passwords that I need in order to access the rest of my accounts. So it's a really good time saver if you are like an online business owner and you have, a lot of passwords and a lot of accounts that you manage. You want to be able to have all of your passwords in a central location that's secure, and 1Password does that for you. So I really, really love it. Another time hack would be Asana for entrepreneurs. Oh my gosh. In order for me to stay on top of everything, I need to make sure that I have everything written out and in a way that makes sense. So essentially, like a roadmap on the way to a goal. And we'll talk about that too later on. But there's no reason to have a goal but then don't have the things in place in order for you to attain that goal. So Asana is your system that keeps you on track to attaining your goals, and that's why I love it so much. So I've used it to help me with projects. It's basically a project management system, and it helps me with workflows and with seeing where my projects are, where there's a where something needs to be adjusted, where something is going well. So I can actually get like a overview of all of my projects if I put them all in Asana. So it's all about how you set it up. And if you set it up to work for your business, it'll work. I love it. Highly recommend using Asana because then I don't have to worry about what I'm doing next because I know that I can just go to Asana and I know what my next task is. I know what I need to complete for that day in order to continue, my business moving forward. So it's really, really good. Um, and another software that I really, really, really like is Evernote. It helps me to get all of my ideas and all of my concepts into one central place. And so you may ask yourself, why is she using Evernote for some notes and then Asana for some? Well, the thing is that Evernote is a great library. Like the architecture is great for having a system where you have all of your ideas in that area, all of your notes in that area, because you can have tags, you can have categories, you can make it so that you can search that library in a way to find everything you need. So it's good. It's really good. And it just takes Asana to a more detailed step further. And it's great. And what else? Oh, and just so you know, uh, 1Password has a desktop application. Asana has a desktop application. Evernote has a desktop application. I'm not sure if Blinkist does. Don't think so. But so now that we've discussed softwares, like, right, those things that go really, really well, that help me run my business really well. Let's discuss strategies. Now, the most important strategy is simplicity. Keeping it simple has made it so that I can continue my business, so that I can know what's next. Keeping it simple. If it were complex and I could not manage it, then how could I expect anyone else to? If I couldn't understand what I had designed, how could I expect anyone else to? So definitely keeping it simple has made it so that my business is growing, hands down. Just that alone, that in and of itself. So that means having one offer or having not so many offers, right? Keeping it to a minimum. Keeping it so that you know what your transactions are. You make it so that it's simple for you to understand and explain to someone else what your business is. You want to be able to explain who your customers are, what your value proposition is. If you've conducted market research, what your findings are. You want to be able to explain all of those things in a very simple manner to the next person so that they can easily understand it and your business. So very like simple, and that's not just for like knowing what your business is. That's also for processes within your business. You want to make sure that you keep it simple, nothing complex. And if it is complex, which it shouldn't be, but if it is, make sure that you have a system to record the steps so that someone else can recreate them or follow those steps to get the same outcome that you'd like for them to get. So very, very, very important for running a business. And I say running a business because you're creating steps so that someone else can go back and read and understand and apply. So that's how you have a business. Because if you were a freelancer, you wouldn't do these things for the next person because it would be you and your own situation. But if you have a business, you're training the next person. You're teaching them, how to continue this process, how the system continues to go on. So that's what makes it a business. And you got to make sure you keep it simple. In addition to, keeping it simple, you want to make sure that you prepare. Preparation is one of the fundamental ways that you can, run your business so that you can be consistent. Because if you prepare, so you can prepare by journaling, you can prepare by, looking at your calendar, you can prepare by just doing whatever it is that you need to do. Maybe it is writing out like what your to-do list is. Maybe it's looking over your Asana task. However it is that you prepare mentally or even physically for, your day, your business, you need to make sure that you have preparation there. Because if you're just like waking up and going, then it's going to be really difficult for you to run at your optimal level, to you to run your business, for you to run yourself at your optimal level. So important for you to prepare. And, you want to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. So another strategy that we have is focus. And focus is so important because in order for you to achieve your goals, you have to make sure that you're focusing on them. So distractions will deter you from those goals. And if that's the case, it's just like really difficult for you to attain those goals if you're getting distracted, right? So you want to make sure that you focus. One way that I have been successful in focusing recently is I have introduced the Pomodoro method into my work, and it's been working really well, into my way of working. So the Pomodoro method is basically I work for 25 minutes and I have a 5-minute break. work for 25 minutes on a very specific task and have a 5-minute break. And so what that does is that makes it so that I can use a high level of focused energy and I can like get it done. And then 5 minutes to rest and recharge. And then 25 minutes, go at it again. And so what that does is that makes it so that I can be more efficient in what I'm doing and then complete specific tasks. And it's been really nice. I mean, like there are some things that I do that do take longer than 25 minutes. So I make sure I break them up into chunks of 25 minutes. So it's been working pretty well. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And I have one more thing, and that is just to, set boundaries. And I say this around everything, but especially in the amount of tasks that you set for yourself to complete in any given day. I would say no more than 3. Yeah. You don't want to overextend yourself. And like I said, beforehand, you want to make sure that you're focused. And it's really difficult to focus on more than 3 things, more than one thing, and let's not even get into multitasking because that's not even good. So those are some apps and also strategies that I've used to, continue running my business, continue making it profitable. I started my business 2 years ago, and I'm so thankful that I did because it now allows me the freedom to do the things that I need to do to help the people I need to help, to make the impact that I want it to make. And my goal is to help more women launch profitable, thriving businesses. And, it's been an amazing thing to see, and it's going to be an amazing thing to continue to see. So if you are looking to launch a profitable business online, reach out to me. You can go to my website, www.thekendrastudio.com for more information. And you can also follow me on Instagram at The Kendra Studio. All right, so I will see you guys next time.